Could you be guilty of making one of these 5 mistakes that could potentially ruin your film before it even gets started? If so, I got you covered on a solution. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Terrell Uja, and the goal of this channel is to help up-and-coming filmmakers get started the right way. Mistake number 1 is having a weak story or just a straight up bad story. What can cause this to happen is lack of preparation, honestly. If you literally just go with your first draft, like you're like, oh, this is fire, I'm gonna go with this, without sharing it with a friend or a family member, getting their opinion, or like if you're still in school and you don't like share it with like your English teacher or somebody to make sure that the story clicks from beginning to end, you need that second opinion to ensure that you're telling a story that's compelling, that people will understand. Because one of my biggest issues when I first got started in filmmaking was I would have the perfect story in my head with all these metaphors, and when I would bring it to life, people would be confused and I would have to sit in every room rolling my eyes like, this is the reason why he walked for 5 minutes at the end. You don't get it? And they're like, no, people aren't going to understand what's in your head, and you're not going to be able to sit in every room explaining it. The second mistake that people make, which is the biggest one really, is audio quality. Like, make sure your audio is top tier. You can have the most beautiful shots, you can have great performances, all that, but if the audio is bad, if no one can hear the talent, then what you doing? Wasting people's time, because they're literally going to click off within seconds. Make sure you invest in good audio. If you have an iPhone, the voice recorder is awesome. You could start there with audio, or invest in a good Rode mic, something that's going to help ensure that audio is getting captured to the best quality possible. Another mistake that people make are crazy shots. So again, in your head, you might think, oh, this is about to be so dope, it's going to be so original, no one's ever done something like this. But if you do too much, if you have an image that literally just takes away from the story as a whole, it's going to be more distracting than anything. Film and cinema has been around for over a century now, so something that you think has never been done, trust, it's been done before. It's not so much about trying to be the first one to do something, it's more so about perfecting something that's already been done or improving it. Another big mistake, a lack of preparation by skipping pre-production. I think people literally think that filmmaking is just picking up a camera, grabbing some friends, or maybe just yourself, and just shooting a film. My brother, he came last year saying, Terrell, I love your movies, I really want to make a movie of my own. I'm like, dude, we need at least a month for pre-production so that we can really develop the story correctly and get this done. But he was like, I don't got time for that, I'm only gonna be here for a week. I'm like, all right, this will make for a great lesson one day on my channel, and here we go talking about it. So without preparation, we spent 2 days trying to bring something to life. The performances weren't great, the story wasn't clicking, shots and audio was shaky. There was a lack of preparation. I wasn't able to ask my friends to help with the crew work because it was too late of a notice. This is why you do not skip any part of the production timeline in filmmaking. Pre-production involves table reads, auditions, rehearsals, all those things to help prepare for a solid production. And I love pre-production. Actually, I always tell people it's actually my favorite out of the 3. Pre-production is my favorite because it's when you actually get to know your cast and crew. You get to build those relationships, those friendships, and those connections so that you can tell a solid story all on one accord in the end. So don't skip pre-production, it's fun. And number 5, this is the last one, but it's very important because without this one, there is no film. It is mastering the edit. It's taking time on the edit. And this goes into post-production. After you've done pre-production with all the prep for production, which is in the middle, we go into post-production. You need to make sure that with your post-production that you are taking your time with the edit. And I was notorious when I first got started thinking, oh, this about to be so impressive, like I'm about to knock out this edit in a day or 2. And then I would release the film. People would be confused. People would be like, man, that's such a harsh cut, or like, why is it why is it moving so fast, or why is it moving so slow? It is so important to go through multiple drafts with your edit, just like you would with your script initially in pre-production, so that in the end, you will be able to tell the story that you had in your mind and people will actually understand and connect with it. So just like you would with developing your story and getting it written and asking for feedback from people with that, you want to do the same with your edit. Share it with close people to you and make sure they're not haters, because some people will just hate to hate and you'll end up not releasing the film as a result. Share it with people that are constructive, that can give you constructive feedback so you can make the best film possible in the end. If you do all these things, you will avoid the 5 mistakes that I made starting out with my film. But if you're not new to this and you're actually true to it like I am, what 5 mistakes have you made within your journey of filmmaking? Let me know in the comment section below, and what advice you would give to someone that wants to avoid them. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more vids like this in the near future. I have been Terrell Uja, and I'll catch you in my next video. Peace.